Good evening, everybody. Women Crushing It Wednesday tonight. You're in the house with these two lovely ladies and I. Esmeralda, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. Got a new
Good.
camera, so I'm excited.
You got a new camera?
I told you I was looking at him, and I was just like, I
You
just pulled the trigger and
did.
bought it.
So tell everybody why you need a camera. Who are you? What do
No.
you do?
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll tell you who I am and what do I do.
Yes. There you go. Exactly.
So I'm a former amateur fighter, and I decided to put both my loves, my passions, photography and boxing together, and started doing that. And I shoot for Supreme Boxing and a lot of amateur boxing as well.
Supreme Boxing.
Yes, girl. So, and Micah couldn't join us tonight. She's moving. We have our co-host, beautiful and talented Sharetta Metcalf, aka Chicon. How you doing tonight?
Everybody?
Where you at? What are you doing, girl?
Well, I just got through sparring up here. I'm out here in Arkansas at Arkansas Boxing Club. Y'all know, home with Dwayne Taylor.
Okay. And you wanted to like do a special shout out.
Huh?
Yeah, you wanted to introduce somebody.
One of the boxers that's making his pro debut. You know what? Thomas up in here, teammate. How y'all doing?
Okay, Thomas. Okay.
Pro debut, nice.
My name is Thomas Blair, about to be 1-0 on the 25th.
We wish you the best. Absolutely the best.
I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Remy said good evening. So good evening, Remy. He's one of our loyal and faithful watchers.
I know. Hey, Remy. She always on my page too, showing me love.
Yeah.
So she's so active on Twitter.
Yes, absolutely. And I love it. And then here's Lee. It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. Women Crushing It Wednesday. Yes. Thank you so much, Lee. We're doing well tonight. Very well. We're just going to get right into it. I mean, there's been a few things that have gone on. And first of all, September 2nd, we finally got everything situated with the purse bid, with Sean Porter and Terrence Crawford. So what did y'all think? Did any of y'all watch it? Did anybody watch the purse bid? It was supposed to be live on Facebook. I missed it. I was working.
I missed it.
I didn't see it.
You did? Or you didn't?
No, I said I didn't see it. I read about it, but I didn't see it.
So does
Twitter
anybody know? Right. You already know I always say that's where I get all my news from. Good or bad, that's where I get it. So does anybody know what the split was? Was it 60-40? Does anybody know that?
When I was reading about it, they never said how much the split was. Does anybody know out there, any of our watchers? They said Terrence Crawford is going to make, I think, he's going to make more than Porter. And I want to say he's going to make like 6 or 7. And I think Porter's going to make like 4, I want to say, something like in there.
Okay, so JRGPR said the purse bid got canceled and then they came to
they came to terms.
Okay, and then Remy says, yes, it was 60-40. Okay, good. I mean, that sounds fair. That sounds good.
And, what I just said, is that, amount. So that's how it was.
Okay, and then Lee said it will be a top-ranked production, which is good. I mean, they're keeping it, which, I mean, you know what?
It's going to be on ESPN plus pay-per-view.
Yes, exactly. And I was really thinking that Eddie was going to come in and come swoop in and do something. But you know what? I mean, as it should be top rank. It is what it is.
He's a champion.
Right. Absolutely. What's good, LW Boxing? Thanks for tuning in. This will be Bud's 5th title defense. I had seen something on Twitter where he was saying, for all the casuals or people who don't really know me, they're finally going to see I'm the real deal. And y'all haven't seen my best. Y'all are going to see my best. Do y'all agree with that? Do y'all feel like Sean? What do you think about that?
I feel like PBC was scared of running from him. I'm happy that Sean was the first PBC fighter to get out there and get in there and take that L. But hey, you know what I'm saying? He getting up.
So you said take that L. So you are hands down Crawford. He's winning.
I say 60-40.
Okay, so 60-40. I like that.
Look, one of my coaches here is looking at me crazy.
is he stopping Sean, or is it going to go to the cards? What do you think?
Nah, it's gonna go to the cards though. It's hard to knock out Sean Porter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it definitely is. What do you think, Esmeralda?
You know what? I've been thinking, and I don't think I can decide on this one. I think it's just going to be a good fight in general, but I feel like Porter is somewhat of a wild card. Like you can get this great Porter who's going to want to knock out, or you can get another Porter that might not be feeling himself that day. So it's really hard.
That's gonna be hard because every Porter I've ever seen was ready.
And he comes
like he's not a pushover. I just feel like Bud is gonna just got more tricks in his bag than Porter does. So I feel like you know what I'm saying. I feel like he's gonna come out with the win. Yeah, but it's gonna go to decision though.
I don't think he'll knock him out though.
No, he won't knock him out.
I don't think Bud will knock him out.
Hey, Esme. He's saying hey. He's saying hey to Esme. So I mean, most people know it's no secret that I'm a big time, Bud fan. I think I'm gonna dare to say that I believe that Porter will get stopped. I think so. I mean, I think Crawford, he has not fought lately. I think that he wants to quiet all the doubters. He's like, okay, I got this great pedigree in front of me. He knows how to adjust. After second, third round, he's going to know exactly the game plan. And I think that if he starts at the body, he can stop him. I really do. So
he's definitely going to have to work that body.
Yeah, absolutely. Because Sean's going to come straight at him. But Bud likes to take one step back and then meet him coming in, with the backhand straight to the body. I don't know. I can see that happening. Remy said, great fight. Shay, I agree. But Bud might KO Porter in the 11th
round.
Okay.
Yeah. I think those.
Rounds, I can see it.
Y'all know those punches add up. They add up, especially when they start at the body. And I don't know, but that's just what I think. That's just what I think. But I will say that I already have my plane tickets.
He's Bud's like a boxer.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Chicken?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, what were you saying? Bud is a what?
A boxer and a brawler. He can do both.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Esmeralda, what do you think about that? You think he's a boxer, brawler, boxer, puncher?
Oh, no, for sure. Yeah, he is. I don't think he'll, if it goes to, if like Remy says, I don't think it'll be a KO. I want to say it might be a TKO. Yeah, simply a TKO because he keeps hitting, and it's going to do damage. I don't think he'll full on get knocked out, but I think a TKO, maybe the ref will stop it if he's a good ref.
Right. Which like you said, if he's a good ref.
If he's a good ref.
Yeah. We've seen some crazy stuff with these refs. I don't know. And the thing about Sean too is he always, a lot of times he leads with his head. It's like those headbutts. You got to watch out for those headbutts with him. It's kind of dangerous. Shoe Shine Boxing. Hi, ladies. I just booked for Canelo Plant.
Nice.
Yes.
I'm going. Look, everybody want to go for Canelo. I'm going for Plant. I'm going for
Plant. Okay. We're gonna touch that for a minute. Why are you going for Plant?
Yes, he's a slicker fighter. He's naturally bigger. Okay. And I just feel like if Canelo ain't on pads, Plant will win.
You said if he's not.
If we're right. If. Because now
Esmeralda, I think
he pretty much told Plant, if you don't stop talking to me about me and bring up my past, I'm gonna pull out the fight. I didn't even know you could do stuff like that.
Well, Esmeralda, I think you and I are probably going for the same guy. Who you going for, Esmeralda?
Canelo.
Amy's bigger too.
That's the only choice.
You're like, is there another option? That's funny. So Lee said in terms of
attitude and skill.
Okay. Crawford reminds me of Pernell Whitaker. I can see that. Yes. Versatile. Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I agree.
I feel that.
And you know, his work ethic. we talked about this. His work ethic is crazy. No days off. Doesn't drink, smoke, no days off. Remy said Canelo baby. So he's with that too. Real quick, I'm just gonna throw this out here because we were gonna talk about this, but it just like came up on Twitter. Jaime Munguia and Gabriel Rosado.
I just seen something about that too.
Yes. Hello, Clarence McLean. Yeah, you know what? I like that. I like that. Esmeralda, you're close. You're close to Jaime Munguia's team. Do you like this fight?
I do, and I think personally this time around, he's preparing himself more.
Okay, good.
I think Rosado's gonna. I think he might be the person that's gonna land some punches on him. I do think he's gonna land some punches on Munguia. So I'm curious to see how Munguia is gonna react with that.
I think Rosado is going to bring out the best.
Munguia fight.
Yeah, I think he's going to bring out the best in Munguia. I really do. Like I think he's going to show us the best Munguia that we've seen. That's my opinion. I don't know. I like that.
For sure.
No.
Yeah.
I really like this fight. Yeah. Martinez Williams says, I love this. Yeah, definitely. I think that's a good matchup. And, you know, we've seen Gabe get robbed time and time again. You know, some people are like, you know what? He's not really an elite. He's mediocre. He's marginal, whatever. But you know what? He has proven to us time and time again that he is a accredited challenger. He's very talented to me, and he doesn't stop. He keeps going. You know, he really does. Let me see. I want to see Jaime in the Dolvinchenko title eliminator, though. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that would have been nice. That would have been nice. But you know, but I'm happy to see this matchup. These are the fights that I personally want to see. Do y'all agree with that? These are the fights you want to see.
I do think though. Yes, for sure. I think he needs to fight him, and I think he needs to go up in weight class. If Munguia does well, I do think he's going to have to go up in weight.
He's a big guy. People don't realize how tall.
What they fighting at?
Is it 68
is
or
it Welter?
60? Is it? Are they 68? Is that what it is?
I don't know because he walks. He's a big, thick guy.
No, like, he's big. Really big. He's a big guy. Yeah.
Like he's just like a big rectangle, and I mean that like he looks like a refrigerator. Like he's just so big.
Yeah, he is.
And when they say in the gym, oh, he's 147 right now, I'm like, there's no way he's 147. He looks like he's 170, 180. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what weight he walks at.
Yeah, he's big. He's a big guy. Martinez Williams says, I agree. Gabe is a solid contender. Absolutely. He really is. Esmeralda, you're going to have to read this one. My glasses come next week. Okay, Julia said 160. Thank you. Okay, 160. Raymond said 160. Okay, I don't know if it was 160 or 168. So Lee's saying it's a natural fight to make given they fought on the same card. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. That's very true.
Oh, shit.
So, and yes, Julius Porter versus Buzz, a great fight. We just talked about that. That's amazing. So look, one thing I wanted to talk about, and just like to switch gears a little bit, what did y'all think about the judge that came out and admitted that he had scored wrong on the, you have to help me with this last name, Canseco and Valdez card. What did you think about that, Esmeralda? What was up with that?
I saw good and bad.
We know there's stuff going on. We already know, but
I like the fact that he did give a little insight as to where sometimes judges can be, not in the moment. like the fan noise, what else did he say? He said the fan noise, he focused too much.
Limited view.
On one fighter.
Dealing with photographers, stepping on his hand.
Yeah, and those things do happen. But, I mean, so I'm glad fans are like, oh, shit, there's more to judging. It is a different aspect of what we're watching. But I also think that it was very, let me tell them what they want to hear rather than really like a genuine, sincere apology.
Right.
If he's going to get more training, that's great. I think they need to do 6-month trainings or yearly trainings. And I think they also just need to, especially for title fights and things like that, they need to just get more training and experience in rather than just being thrown in.
So, Chicken, we're talking about the excuses that this judge that had admitted that he scored wrong in the Conceição and Valdez fight. He said the crowd influenced him, limited his view. He had to deal with photographers crowding up and like stepping on his hands. And before you tell me what you think about that, I think about, okay, what about these crossing guards? You got these kids crossing and one of the kids gets bumped or whatever, left behind. And you say, well, there were so many cars, everybody was honking, parents were looking for their children.
You still must be able to
my
learn how to work through all that.
Was blocked because of whatever. It's like, I'm sorry, I don't have that much sympathy for you because we know what goes on fight night, especially at that caliber. This is not your first rodeo. So I don't know. What do y'all think about those excuses? Chicken, what do you feel about those kind of excuses as a judge using to why he scored the way he did? Can we hear? We can't hear you. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. What'd you do? So Esmeralda, think about it. At your job.
No, I just fuck. It's one of those things where they have the best seats other than the photographers. They have the best seats in the arena. And they're
Coveted
secluded
seats, yes.
They're secluded, everything. They got literally you have one job. That's just to watch.
Right.
I just don't get it. I don't get it.
Move your head. Do what you got to do.
Complain about it.
Tell somebody to move.
Complain about it. Tell them like, hey, I can't see the view, or
get out of my way. Exactly.
And they sit down like 30 minutes before the event starts. They know what their view is going to look like, and I just don't get it why.
And the photographers are usually on one row, one side, maybe two, depending on the fight. But where the judges are, y'all can't be over there. Y'all can't be in front of the judges. Y'all can't be walking around. Y'all can't be
even in the amateurs. Even in the amateurs, we can't be near the judges. They put it. It's only corners, and it depends on what we're doing. And
exactly. Can you hear us now, Chicken? Okay, let me see.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I can hear you.
I can hear you now.
But it's no excuse. The question was, it's no excuse for him.
Right.
Like you supposed to be you're sitting here and you're judging a world title fight on national TV. Every judge and ref are experienced where they have done these fights hundreds and hundreds of times for many, many years, and you let the crowd persuade you.
Exactly.
That's the worst. That's really the worst excuse ever. And that's
definitely the worst one.
Reasons why I used to hate so much to fight out of town, because I've been cheated out of town. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that probably was the reason, because everybody like, oh, but hey, I'm not from here. Of course you're not gonna hear people you know what I'm saying, cheering for me. These are my cameras was around. They always around. Like those excuses was like, those are just pitiful excuses.
Yeah, absolutely. To me, that was the lamest one. Limited view, dealing with photographers, those are next. I mean, why do you have limited view?
I don't know if either of you have ever been to a fight in Mexico. No.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, fight. Yeah.
Well, I've been where the crowd literally I mean, one fighter got robbed, right? Whether it was favoritism, whatever the case was. But I've been to fights where the fighter has gotten robbed. The crowd blows their beer. They yell. They start like throwing chairs. They go insane.
No,
and then
Mexico's different.
They change it. They change it right on the spot.
They don't want to die. They want to get out of there alive. No,
I heard Mexico ruthless.
Yes, they are.
Yes, absolutely.
Especially when beer's involved.
Shout out to you.
Hey, Long Live Boxing.
Yes, Julius says, Strip Valdez, he's a cheater.
For real, robbery and pets, boxing is dead.
I mean, seriously, but that's another thing. It's like no matter what. Oh, Long Live Boxer, Oak Cliff in the house, chicken hay. That's the thing. Yes. There should be. I mean, I understand. I don't want to say that I understand like why people change the decision in Mexico but I've been there. You definitely been there. And so how ruthless it can be. And like I said, you want to get out with your life. I felt that way. Yeah. And Jaime won, and I was just like, man, let me get out of here. Let me just, I'm brown, I'm good. It's like, it gets very crazy. It does get very crazy. But, some of the guys in the chat are talking about, PEDs. And the thing is too, and I talked about this last time, is that people don't realize that unfortunately a lot of people are partaking. The thing is that they do it in cycles, and fin is not the problem. Fin is used to mask the problem. So okay, if it's just fin, cool, I'm gonna use that to cover up what I'm really doing. And this is all speculation. This is all me just speculating.
Did you read that comment? He said Valdez that made the excitement. He's the thing for boxing right now. I don't see how.
Okay, I didn't see that one. Which one is it? But it's sad. It's sad that this is where we're at, but we can hide things, unfortunately. Like I said, I'm not saying that anybody's doing that or not doing that. I just know what I've heard, and we always hear things in boxing, and we see things, and it's unfortunate because there's not a level playing field. There's no excuse. The thing is that once you do something that you're not supposed to do, you need to be reprimanded. You need some kind of punishment, because really, if you get a slap on the wrist, what's to cause you from doing it again? What is Valdez going to be like? Oh man, can't do this again.
I was listening to a podcast when I was at the border, and I don't remember which one it was, but my husband will remember. But I remember the guy saying, I'm mad at the fact that Valdez cheated, but I'm not mad at the fact that his team or his lawyers found a loophole. A loophole. Yeah, he's like, he's got.
And that part you can't be mad at. I mean, you got some new lawyers.
But then all these things need to have no loopholes, because it doesn't look good either when you're looking for the loopholes. It's because you're still doing something wrong. So either way, I'm like, I was listening to it and then I shut off because it was just crazy.
But they're right. Your lawyer's supposed to defend you.
Of course, yeah.
No matter what. And they've got the right people because they have what they need. They have the funds and everything else.
I heard it was a lot of money ride on that fight too as well.
Well, sure, absolutely. And I mean, Eddie right now is like up there, top coach, and the whole stable. What is Manny saying?
But is he a great coach, or does he just have fighters that are talented?
That's my point.
That's always what I want to ask people.
That is the thing. My opinion of a good coach is, and people are like, oh, I'm a trainer, I'm a coach, whatever you want to call it, trainer, coach, whatever. I call myself a coach. Because it's more than just the boxing gym. It's beyond that, but that's me. But show me somebody that you get as a little chickie, and you raise them up to be a rooster,
to become great. I feel like those are great coaches. Most of these coaches are getting fighters who's already good. Like they was good in
a lot of coaches do that, and I won't name names, but a lot of coaches do. And you know what? You get one that's talented, super talented, born that way, and then everybody wants to follow suit. Oh, well, the coach. Well, this kid had some talent, you know, and that's what it comes to. I've got in trouble for talking about stuff like that, but whatever. It is what it is. So hold on. Okay, so she coming over? I wish everybody had the same energy for Snack and all their fighters. You know what? You're right.
So Snack giving their fighters bad stuff?
Well, Cant.
I guess they're doing it, you know, in a more different way, but apparently sources or people say it's the same thing, just they're masking it better somehow.
Right.
Wow. You're right. I didn't even hear about that.
Right, and he's right. I mean,
and you see multiple fighters wearing that brand on their shorts.
Absolutely. Wow. And so how are you going to go against the big powerhouse? Eddie Reynosa is supposed to be a great trainer, but 4 of his fighters caught on PEDs. This is Julius. You know what? You're right. And that's the thing. That's what we're talking about. You know, does he not know? Or does he know?
He's got to know.
The way how they train, how they act like, feel like they're family and stuff, everybody know what everything is going on. Like, they don't really let too many other people in their gym and they circles like that. Like,
right.
They know what's going on.
Absolutely. So yeah, I mean, everybody knows.
I said Eddie running the ped stable.
Salute to the panel. Hello. Thank you so much for everybody for chiming in. So Julius Streeter says from Sanchez and Luis Neri as well. You know, it's just sad. It's like we don't know who's doing what and what's doing who. You know, it's just and myself as a coach, and then I get one of my fighters across the ring, which I have had, and that's happened. I won't name any names. You know, fighting a world title fight. The person was definitely subhuman, and you know, our fighter was injured, and it what happened shouldn't have happened. So I've seen it. So Lee, can you read Lee Groves's Esmeralda?
He said Emmanuel Stewart was truly great. He trained Hearns, Kenty, and Jimmy Paul as amateurs and made them world champs as pros.
That's
so also thrived in the hired gun era with Lewis and Klitschko.
Yes, he also my cousin trained with him for a little while too. Jesse Benavides, he did. He was very great.
Right, that's like my coach now. That's what he did with Jermaine Taylor. He took him as an amateur. He went to the Olympics. Then he became undisputed world champion. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, yeah, that's what you call a good coach, a great coach. That's developing you, making you great, making you better.
Absolutely, I totally agree with that. Snack has had fighters dirty too. Yes, that's true. Shoeshine Boxing, there's PEDs and bad substances, and both are on the VADA list. Yeah, absolutely. Painkillers. Yeah, exactly. I mean, there are. And, you know, if you have the right money and you have the right lawyers, you can get out of anything. We've seen people get away from anything. We really have.
The fighter that's not enrolled in VADA. I thought you only had to be in VADA when you were fighting for like world champions, world titles and stuff. Is that true?
I know for sure for world titles, but I'm not sure about. I don't think the lower levels. No, I don't think so. We've never experienced that. The only time, like I said, we fought for a world title. But for this world title, we were not tested, and neither was our opponent. It is crazy. It's crazy.
You know what? In Mexico, like, I mean, we've seen the COVID testing.
Yeah,
but I've never. I might be wrong. I doubt it. I haven't seen the fighters that travel from outside that come in get tested for any drugs whatsoever. Like none. So I think the rules just need to be revised and changed.
It's hit or miss. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying too. Can you, Esmeralda? Can you read Martinez Williams' comment?
I don't understand why guys have to look for an edge. Ali and those guys fought 15 rounds. They
Mm-hmm.
ran, sparred, got the
Yeah.
bags, sit-ups, push-ups,
Yeah.
etc. They ran in the AM, trained in the afternoon. No cheating, no supplements. These guys today take supplements looking for an edge and still can't go a hard 12. Yeah.
Wow, you've got a point. You definitely got a point
I
there.
mean, that's a point. Yeah.
Definitely. Hey, Scotty, World Combat Sports, evening. Salute. Good to see you.
So look, I have a question for you guys. Okay, so
Yes.
I seen
Oh yeah, I
that
can see them.
it really, really made me mad. I seen that they had just
I can
took
read
the H Diva, what's her name?
Yes.
Girl, the
Franchon
female,
Cruz.
yeah,
Franchon,
Franchon
yes.
Cruz. Yes,
I was
they
upset
took her
about
fight
that too.
off the card.
Yes.
But undisputed female world champion, like that is so messed up.
Yeah, absolutely.
And didn't give them a reason. Just say, "Oh, we scratching the fight."
I know. Yeah, I don't understand. I was very upset about that too. I mean, she deserves so much more. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but it's not fair. That's for sure.
And Golden Boy wrong. Golden Boy does a black fighter wrong a lot. I'll be seeing it.
I'm gonna let you say it, but I'm gonna say, you know what? It looks as though. But what are they gonna do now? I mean, do they have network time anymore? Does who's Golden Boy gonna link up with? Like, what's going on with that? It's I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. D Styles, hello everyone. Shout out to our brother. Thank you for tuning in.
Hey, D Styles.
I told him, I said, if you have a wrench, throw it out there if we need to. You just never know. But you know what? I'm going to kind of like flip the switch a little bit. We're going to talk about something that might be controversial, might not. For me, I feel like in general in life, not just in boxing or combat sports, that as long as you're not hurting anybody, live your life, live your best life, do you, be happy. Keyword, key phrase, as long as you're not hurting anybody. So recently, I guess it was last week, and it usually happens in MMA, we've had some transgenders, males that have gone over to become females that have fought natural born females.
I seen it.
So this was, I believe it was last week, where it was an ex-US Army Special Forces, Alana McLaughlin, fought against Celine, who was a French woman, and she used what was it called, the bare naked chokehold, and I saw the pictures. I didn't see the fight. I don't think I could watch the fight because it hurt me to the core. But just the picture alone, I wasn't happy about that. What do you think about that, Chicken? What do you think about transgenders?
You can't pay me enough to get in there with him. That's still him. No, I know that's not fair. I'm not doing it. Like, they might as well let people do pets. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's not even.
Okay, you got a point there. You got a point with that. Absolutely. Esmeralda, what
testosterone in a woman is pets.
Yeah, you got a point there. Esmeralda, what do you think about that? What do you think about these transgenders that are coming over to the women's sports, combat sports?
My niece is 12, and there's a transgender at her school. It's also a boy that's becoming a girl, and she joined the track team, which my niece was on, and my niece is now playing volleyball. But it was one of those things that eventually, if they're going for a scholarship, like, that kid can still beat everybody else for the scholarship. You know, it's starting so young, and I think it's not good at all for the safety of women, because men are just, you know, naturally born with more strength.
Naturally stronger.
Sparring is great. We you know, you can spar with the guys, with the boys, the men, because there's a limit. Then there's headgear and protection. But I think as far as a real fight in any combat sport or any sport in general, exactly, yeah. I mean, they should have their own category.
Yes, yes. Because I'm not against nobody being who they want to be and all that stuff, but man, it's not cool. It's just not cool. I don't feel safe doing it.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, they do need a league of their own. You're right.
No, and I think that too, but this is what it is. Like I said, I'm about everybody being happy and doing what they want to do, as long as you're not hurting anybody. Well, these women are getting hurt because they're going against women that used to be men. Okay, look, I'm all for women in combat sports. I'm all for supporting women and whatever they want to do. But yes, there is a difference. There is a difference. Men are naturally stronger than women. No secret. Physically, I don't know about emotionally. No, sorry guys, I'm just kidding. But no, but seriously, yes, men are physically stronger than women. And in the last one, and it was Fallon Fox, and I heard that she had retired. And you hear these stories about women getting their skulls bashed in, and you know, this and that, and it's just not right. But do we hear about women that are trying to go to the men's sports? It's always the men coming that have transgendered coming to the women's sports. You know, I don't know. I don't know why that is. Maybe because we do know that we are not physically stronger.
And you know what's so funny? You know what's so crazy is that these guys that's coming in and being girls, they got real low self-esteem, because you don't really see a lot of female transgenders that want to be a man. I don't even know if it's women that want to be a man. I know it's some that studs, but I don't think they just go as far as like just transition into a man. They ain't trying to like fight a man. A woman not trying to go fight a man.
Exactly. Oh, we can't hear you, Esmeralda. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. I hate it. I know you got something good to say. We can't hear you. Okay, click out and click back in. No, I agree. You know, and like I said, hey, more power to you, whatever you want to do. But there's definitely limits to everything. I personally would not let any of my boxers, female boxers, box somebody that used to be a man. And if my daughter in school wanted to run track or volleyball or whatever, I would feel some kind of way if she had to go against, you know, somebody that used to be a man, because it's not fair.
It's not fair.
No, at all. What were you gonna say, Esmeralda? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was saying, you know, I hope the intention there is not like, oh, you know, I wasn't great as a male boxer. Let me try being a female boxer and see if I can become
that's
world
what I'm
champ.
saying. Like, that is not cool.
And we have yet to let that in. We have yet to see that in boxing, but it is happening in MMA. And the thing is this: if we want to stop that, in my opinion, then we have to stop fighting them. And we have to say, like you said, Esmeralda, because I totally agree, and Chicken, you agree too. Then they need a league of their own, and you will have your supporters. It'll be an equal playing field, and I will totally support it.
Well, can you imagine?
Oh, you know what?
Can you imagine in the amateurs, girls that are developing, girls that are, you know, going through puberty and then fighting a transgendered male that turned into a girl? It's starting at a young age where they can be affected later on in life.
Absolutely. And could permanently damage them. Absolutely.
Yeah, and you know what else? You know, it was a girl, but it was a woman becoming a man. She fought Mary McGee. If you go to one of Mary McGee fights, the girl had facial hair. She had facial hair, and she had like a man haircut. It was so crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, like I don't know how she was able to. I don't know if you got to take some special.
Yeah, I didn't know about that.
Yes, I didn't know about it either until she put it on her page.
Yeah, that's crazy. Martinez Williams has a comment. Can you read that, Esmeralda?
All that stuff is crazy. It don't matter what one's opinion of themselves is. If you're born with a bat and balls, you are a guy. If you're born with catcher's mitt, you are a lady. Period.
Okay,
and I
that's a
agree
nice
with
way to
your
put
decision.
it.
Keep your female fighters out of the ring with natural born men. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I don't.
Wasn't there a boxer a long time ago, like 2012 or 15? I think it was a female that turned male and fought. I think once, and it was bad. I don't remember his name.
And she tried to fight a male.
I mean, look, I had a female fighter, and I'm not going to put her name out there. And later on, she decided to cross, over and become, transgender. And I love her. Like she's amazing. But and she would spar guys, like you said. Sparring is different. You know what I'm saying? Sparring is totally different than actually fighting, because the fight you have to win. You want to win. You're going to win. In sparring, you're working on certain things, doing certain things, no matter what they're doing, whatever your coach tells you to work on, that's what you're doing. So it's different. And the female fighter I had, yes, she has dropped men before. She's made them throw up in the ring. She was very, very strong. But she's still, and Chicken probably knows who she is, but we're not gonna mention her name, but she was still a female, you know? So I don't know. Lee said a few years ago, Jim Lampley's HBO show profiled a transgender boxer. Oh, you know what? Okay. So I remember now, there was a woman that was on Team USA that had had the whole surgery and totally become a male. And I forgot her name. And she did box, and I think she did okay. So yes, thank you for correcting me. Absolutely.
Period, Remy. Period, Remy.
Right? I know. Yeah, she was ready. She was ready for that. Okay, so then we got men are faster twitch muscle.
Oh yeah, I think this is the guy too who was making the other comment from the last show. That was Tallulah.
Oh, about Ebony?
Yeah, but he said if there's not black elite, there's not any black elite female boxers. That was weird when we have a female black boxer that's the number one pound for pound. If they don't want to put her number one pound for pound, even though she's a 2-time gold medalist, you know what I'm saying, 3-time division world champion, undisputed world champion, you know what I'm saying? But he said there's not any elite female black boxers.
And speaking of female boxing, Esmeralda, I'm gonna ask you first. I mean, where are we headed? I mean, are we there yet? Do we still have 3 to 5 years to go? Where are we at with female boxing?
I mean, I think there's more now and more promotion than there was 15, 20 years ago. But I don't think we're anywhere near where it should be, or I don't think we're close to getting there.
What do you want to see? What do you want to see change? What do we need to do as a boxing community, as promoters, as coaches, as female boxers? What do we need to do?
They need to promote us more.
Need to just work in boxing also. We need to have like more women commentators, more women journalists, more women referees that, can also ref a world title fight. Just more women in general, because those women will, promote to other women for new fans to, to watch women's boxing. And I think that'll grow from there. But there just needs to be more women filling up roles in boxing.
I like that. What about you, Chicken? What do you think? What has to happen? How are females in boxing going to get more attention? Not just the boxers, but yes, the photographers, the coaches, promoters, everything, managers. What do we need to do?
I mean, we just need to give more, like, it's more love. We need to give more love of just women, period, because it's I don't know, it's just so hard to explain. It really gets frustrating because they don't want to pay us the, you know what I'm saying, the money, even though we working hard or harder than a man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even know what can they do. One thing for sure, they gotta pay them. Maybe if we were some rich fighters, they would watch us more. That's what I learned that too. Even with guy boxing, they don't pay attention to you got a lot of money and you on TV.
Hey, Chicken.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that, and we've talked about this before. I mean, there's always going to be somebody or something that gives women in boxing a bad name, right? I mean, we've seen it on Twitter. We saw it, what, today, Esmeralda? Somebody said, these middle-aged women, some middle-aged women showing their TNA, talking about boxing, they get no respect. Like what are they doing? So there are a few like that will give us a bad name. Number one. And then there's a second category where women, because we can be whatever, and they don't want to share the wealth. They don't want to share the table. They don't want to support other women. They want to hate instead of support. So we've got.
That's what I learned too. We got to support each other more in this sport too. See, absolutely. A lot of women don't watch boxing, and I had to learn that too. You know what I'm saying? There are a lot of women, but it's so crazy. But why the same sex only want to watch the same sex? Like, to me, it's weird that men only want to watch men hit each other. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, men only want to watch other men do sports. Like, they always, you know what I'm saying? They always talk about their masculinity, but why you want to watch a man all the time? All the time. That's who you want to see all the time.
No, I feel you. I feel you on that. But I think you know what? We love our men. I mean, thank you. Appreciate y'all, everybody who tunes in and calls in, because that's the majority of the people that we have watching our show. But the thing is, we also need our women calling in, tuning in, supporting, and we have to support them, because I think that's the only way that things are going to change. As we get off the high horse and like, oh, I'm the only one here, whatever. No, we need to hire the women photographers, the women media, the coaches, the cut women, the boxers. We need to put them on shows. We need to highlight them. We have to do that too. We can't just want to keep everything for ourselves, because that's not the way it is. Somebody had to help us. Somebody had to put their hand out to us. I can personally say, and it's sad, as a coach, as a cut woman, as whatever, being on Team USA, the people that put their hands out to me were males.
It is so, and you know what else is so degrading? It's so degrading that you could be a female world champion and you still gotta go. You still gotta have a job. If that's not degrading, like it's world champions that still have to have a job.
That's true.
That's crazy.
That's true.
When you got world champion men, who they can have 1 or 2 fights as a world champion, they set for life.
Absolutely. I mean, right here on this panel, there is so much talent. All females. We got a photographer, an ex-amateur. We got a professional right here. You also do personal training. Coach, cut woman, right here. Same. Gym owner. You know what I'm saying? It's like there is so much talent just on the panel, and it's all female. And that's why we do this show. I mean, to support each other, to put our names out there, to highlight other women. We love our men, but the men have all the shows. They're on most of the network. They're on most of them.
I've been saying sometimes a lot of them cards be boring. Some of the girl fights, because we scrap, they be more excited than the boy fights.
Yeah, that's true. Esmeralda, what do we
But
got
he
to
said
do?
right, we do need 3 minute rounds. If we want to get paid more, I understand we have to fight 3
Absolutely,
minutes.
like the men.
And I'm
Absolutely.
not tripping on that. But we need to get
Right.
paid.
Absolutely. Esmeralda, what needs to change? Is it the men? Is it the women? Is it a combination of both?
Oh, I think it's a combination of both, but I think promotional wise and just more women fighting in the exposure, because I talk to a lot of young girls that are in the amateurs, and they can name girls that they love watching fight. And when I was that age, there wasn't much for me to watch. So the more exposure we get, the more they see, like, oh, there's a female photographer at a boxing match. Oh, there's a female referee at the boxing match. The more these girls will grow to know that they can follow those steps or do more with it. So I think it's just more exposure, so that when they're with their dads watching the fights, they see women there working as well.
Yeah. And then this guy talking about we don't give handouts. Did we just say women work so hard? Who
Right.
gives,
No.
like, who wants a handout? Nobody.
Yeah.
The female boxers don't want a handout. I can't believe you saying some disrespectful stuff like we working hard. You know what I'm saying?
No handouts. Just
or
the
harder.
same equality.
Yes.
Well,
I got
see, and
coaches
that's the
that
thing.
told me I work harder than men.
That's the thing. People don't understand that. So, fortunately, unfortunately, that's the world we live in, where we have to prove ourselves so much harder. We have to do things that some men don't have to do, as far as showing up earlier at a show, getting our position, asking for these, asking for that, paying opponents, doing this or whatever, because women have to go that extra mile to have their place in the world, in our boxing world. And it's not right. There's no handouts. Come on, man.
There's
I have
no handout.
seen the
That's
men and the
disrespectful. There's
women
no
side by
handout.
side, and women come in there, and 9 times out of 10, not always, but 9 times out of 10, they're going to be working harder because we feel like we have to prove ourselves, in everything we do. And it's not right. We should be equal playing field, but it is what it is. And the thing is too, is we don't have to do these behind the barn, behind the curtain things, because we are worth everything that we put out, and
yes.
that's what
And
we
then
want
it's
to
so
also.
crazy. It's so crazy because this guy says he loves Ebony Bridges, but everybody knows why they probably would love Ebony Bridges. Because let's say, for instance, they won't put Ebony Bridges in a ring with an American black girl. For sure, they won't.
Well, we already know they
not the
won't.
one who really fight.
We
No,
already
they're
saw
not.
that.
They won't put her in the ring with me. Not right now. At this point of her career, no, they're not gonna do that.
No, they won't. And
I don't think ever. I think they need her to always have the upper hand.
Well, I ain't saying ever, but right now they're not gonna put her in there with nobody like me.
Okay, so the guy that said about the handouts. So what is he saying? What does he say, Esmeralda? Got nothing to do with hard work. If you're a big draw, you get more money. Okay, I agree with that. But the opportunities have to be there. The opportunities have to be there. Absolutely. I think you should get paid your worth. And I think exactly, you have to be a draw, but the opportunities have to be there. The opportunities for women are slimmer than the opportunities for men.
Make the opportunity fair. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of girls want to fight her. That's who got records like her, who haven't had as many fights as her. They, you know what I'm saying, would probably give her a run for her money. He wouldn't, if Ebony Bridges kept getting beat up every fight because she fighting people like me, he wouldn't be on here saying, oh, Ebony Bridges is, you know what I'm saying, I'm with her and I'm with her this. And you wouldn't do that if she was getting beat up, if she was fighting some real people.
Julia said Bridges can't fight. I mean, she saw her.
She can take a punch.
I'm not going to even be mean and say that about Ebony. You know what I'm saying? Because it's levels to fighting. So she's just not on the level, on the elite level. She you know what I'm saying? She's still coming up at the end of the day. Like, don't make it seem like we already know why she's on there.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
She
Esmeralda,
can take a punch.
She
can
for sure.
take a punch. She's tough.
But then
But
she wouldn't be taking a punch if she had defense.
Taking punches sell for female fights to me. That she could take a punch.
So Esmeralda, what did Lee say? One element that could enhance
the money-making power is storytelling, especially in the reality show world. Every fighter has a story, and that story could serve as the hook to promote them.
Absolutely. I agree. I totally agree with that. Absolutely.
I'm a fighter that got a story.
Then after the story is told,
something for you.
Yes, up to the fighter to win. Absolutely. Everybody deserves a fair chance. No favoritism, no head start, but yes, tell the story, let it be told, and then you got to step up and do what you said you can do. Absolutely.
Yes, that's why she's getting opportunities. I didn't want to say it, but that's why she's getting the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like, do nobody really know her from the I never heard of her from the amateurs. I just started hearing about Ebony really when COVID hit, and they was like, "Oh, this girl, Ebony Bridges, this and this and
that." And that's what we're trying to get away from. We're trying to get away from sexualizing this.
But that's the thing is, do you think if the girl's marketable, does the talent not matter, or is it the other way around? Should the talent matter, and who cares if she's marketable?
She's able to go for world title shots just because she got big breasts, but you got girls who grind day in, day out.
But isn't that dangerous? Like, what would happen if she?
Dangerous.
I mean, I would aim for that probably because
that's what I'm saying. I would tell my girl to aim there. Yeah,
aim at each one. There, the whole right there.
She's gonna have breast cancer after my fight.
And that's the thing. Like I said, we're trying to get away from that. We want to show our pure talent with everything that we do. Do we have to show TNA? No, we don't, and we won't. I mean, I personally refuse. I wear what I wear because that's what I wear. I'm married. I have a husband. I have children, grandchildren, and I want to be where I'm at because of my talents, because of what I've worked hard for.
Like I like being sexy, and I'm cool with being sexy.
But that's okay. But you can flip the script. That's not the only reason why you're getting fights or why you're a boxer. You're not using that. You're in the gym every day, girl. You're in the gym every day. We see it. And Esmeralda, why should she get jobs only because she wears a low cut shirt or not? You know what I'm saying? No. She has great photography. I have another friend who's a photographer, Stacy.
Stacy, that's like a lot of my shit.
Yeah, she's amazing.
I mean, come on.
See, in the amateurs, well, for those of you who don't know, my godfather's, rest in peace, was Eric Morales' dad. So I grew up in the gym around legends, and when I started fighting in Tijuana, I had to earn my place. Like, no fight was given to me just because my godfather was in my corner or Eric was at a fight, watching me fight. Mexico made me, even though I was born there, Tijuana made me earn my place, and I wouldn't have it any other way because I showed everybody like what I was able to do. And now I came back to Tijuana as a photographer, and I don't want to say like everyone just knew of me and they were like, oh, okay, she's legit. So the reputation followed. And it's one of those things that I worked for that. Like I
absolutely.
So other female photographers or whatever around, I distanced myself from that. And because we can train the guys, we can train them. We're not all the same. So, it's one of those things where it's like, no, okay, she might do whatever she wants and promote herself in a certain way, but I don't do that. So you either want to work with me or you don't. And it's hard. It's so hard for us.
It really is hard. We have to fight just society and then the women in the inner circle that are doing what we do, but they're doing it a different way. And yes, long live boxing. This is an In the Ring with Christine Cup. One of my boxers and his girlfriend's got I just got to promote my brand. It is what it is. Absolutely. But you know what? We're not going to stop. I mean, we're not going anywhere. So we're just going to keep on grinding. And I appreciate everybody. Martinez Williams has a comment. Let me see. Did I skip him? I'm sorry. good-looking athletes always make more money, it seems.
I wouldn't say it's necessarily sexual thing. It's just how it is. That pretty smile will get you a little extra always.
Well, you know what? And this is
I
the thing
don't judge
too.
for guys like that though.
Absolutely not.
When
And
I
also,
become a fan, I don't. Oh,
because it's the way someone looks.
Devin Haney has a great smile, so I'm gonna cheer for him. No,
Right.
Yeah,
do that.
I don't do that.
Right. Absolutely. And the thing is,
I want to see talent.
Right. You want to see who's gonna get the job done. No matter what they look like, are they going to get
so
the job
They'll
done?
be like, oh, we want to watch the guys because this dude can fight, but when they talk about the girls, they be like, well, man, she's real sexy. They ain't talking about nothing about the talent. Always talking about how sexy and beautiful she is. Like, what's up with the talent? I thought you wanted to watch boxing for talent. Which one is it? You can't pick. You can't say you got to pick one.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, me personally, I want to see what you can do. How you're gonna do it. I wanna like pick your brain, pick your mind. If you have a great smile, great. If you don't, that's okay too. But what are you putting out? You know, I mean, some of these guys. I mean, let's just be honest. I mean, personally, I don't look at them, but I'm saying I'm not looking to say, oh, well, he's got a better smile than him. No, his punch
He's
is
gonna
gonna
win.
knock you out. Yeah, exactly.
Personally, I like the fighters that either they're huge street fighters or they live such a rough life or they've lived that life because I know that's going to make a great fighter in the ring.
Like Lee was talking about, what's the story? And what are you doing with it? What are you going to do? This is your opportunity.
So now I have a question for you two.
Okay.
Okay, and me and my husband always do this, and we always say our answers at the same time, but we'll go separately. So if you're coaching and you can pick 3 things you want your female fighter to have, what would those 3 things be?
Okay. You want me to go first or chicken?
You said say it again?
So you're making your dream fighter a female. What 3 things are the most important things that you think or can make her a champion?
A badass jab, endurance, and power. No, speed. So jab, endurance, and speed. Because speed is power, so I'm gonna say speed.
I'm gonna say commitment, work ethic, and they are different. And also somebody that can be coachable. If I tell you to do something,
big one.
Are you gonna do it?
Okay.
Work ethic, I need you at the gym every day.
Yeah. Commitment,
when you get to the gym, I need you to do what I tell you to do every day. Those are my 3 things.
Okay, my 3 things. My number 1 is I need my girl to be able to take a punch. I need to know 100% that no matter what punch it is, she can take it. Number 2 is discipline. And for 3, I'm going to say loyalty because with loyalty, we'll give whatever they want. We will be there 1,000% of the time. But I need some loyalty because boxers nowadays, fighters nowadays,
not loyal.
No loyalty. But those would be my 3. So let's go find that girl and manage one.
Right. And the thing is that with all my lists, the most important to me, honestly, is to be coachable because they got to be able to know when you say something. You got to know that as soon as you say something, they're gonna do it. Like, and if they can follow instruction and do what you tell them, they can pretty much win the fight. They just got to do what you tell them to do. But it's
MJ down here. MJ, we don't care. Like I already said, I don't care. I like that she wears her lingerie and be sexy. But
do you, boo? I think women should do what they want to do.
Opportunity. Yeah, you can wear whatever you want to wear. I don't care about that.
We can't hear you.
Sorry.
It's okay.
No, I was just piggybacking off a chicken. Wear whatever you want to wear.
Right.
Naked if you want. But have the skills to back that up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When the time comes, no one can criticize you.
Absolutely.
I'm cool with that. Cause I be sexy. I be wearing bikini style panties with
be sexy, but also box. Be able to box as you're being sexy. Don't just do one. You know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Let me see what. Okay. And Remy was
no one hates the man for doing that.
No, at all. No, at all. But if we're gonna work hard, we want to be known for our talent. So that's it. That's it. Just equal opportunity. Equal opportunity. If a guy wants to dress sexy in the weigh-in, that's his business. If a woman wants to dress sexy, that's her business. But be able to get in the ring and take care of business. Period. It is what it is, you know. But we are going to wrap this up. I appreciate everybody that has tuned in. And of course, my beautiful, beautiful hostesses. I thank y'all so much for taking time out of your day. Esmeralda, let's get some final words. Where can people find you? Where can they hire you? Oh, hey, she said, but she can box too. She can box too.
So they can watch me.
Yep, absolutely. Time flies. It does fly, Lee. It does fly.
It's all that leg work she does.
It is.
All that leg work.
Everybody
show me some of those exercises.
Yeah, I want to make sure my butt's sitting right.
Heck yeah. Esmeralda, where can people find you? Where can they hire you? What's going on?
Emailing me or messaging me, always for hiring. Find me on Twitter, Esme Ferraro. Find me on Instagram as Fotógrafa de la Gente. And I've got some stuff coming, so I'll be definitely a lot more active.
I'm excited. Woo! Woo, chicken. Where can people find you? What's going on with you, girl?
You find me on Facebook at Shay Metcalf, on IG as The Real Slim Goody, and on Twitter as The Slim Goody, or Shay Metcalf, however you want to do it. And make sure y'all check me out October 3rd. I'll be fighting in Birmingham, Alabama. November 5th, I'll be fighting back at home in Dallas, Texas. So I'm trying to get some back fights. Y'all make sure y'all check me out because I'm sexy. I got a nice butt and I can fight.
Right, exactly. Absolutely. I know that's right.
Sorry, I'm reading that mess that
Which one?
By Martinez Williams. He said, "Great show. This was dope. I look forward to the next. Dope. Tell Chicken I said she looks like she's been bit by a mosquito in the same place twice."
Like she been bit by a mosquito in the same place because she was like,
"Yeah, Martin, you seen that little
I love it.
I told him."
I love it. I love it. That's definitely the comment to end the show. But I appreciate everybody who tuned in. We love you all. Everybody that calls in, comment. Well, we're gonna have to call in soon. But everybody that comments and tunes in. And thanks to my ladies. I appreciate y'all. Until next Wednesday. Actually, I will be flying to Colorado next Wednesday, going back to camp. So we'll see what's up with that and how we're gonna do it. But I appreciate y'all so much. I'm here with Christine for a month. Till the 19th. Yeah, till the 19th. But I got to get back to work. But I appreciate everybody that's tuned in the Room with Christine. Please subscribe and watch us every Wednesday. Women Crushing It Wednesday. You never know what's coming out of our mouths. Good night.
Bye.